All right, so let's talk about the formation of an ionic bond. So we have a sodium with 1 electron reacting with a chlorine with 7 electrons to form a sodium chloride, Na plus Cl minus. And so we can think about what's going on here. We're removing an electron from sodium and we're adding an electron to chlorine. So think about what we learned last time, and there's actually names for this stuff. So removing an electron, that's ionization energy. And so we're removing 1 electron from sodium, so that's IE1. So to go from sodium to sodium plus with just 1 electron kind of hanging about, this is plus 496 kilojoules. It takes energy to remove this electron. And then if we think about the electron affinity of chlorine, adding an electron to chlorine, if we have chlorine here with 7 electrons, we want to add 1 electron to it. That'll turn into a chloride with a negative charge. And so this is a negative 349 kilojoules. And so when we add these two sums together, you get plus 147 kilojoules per mole. And so you might predict that this is an endothermic reaction. So let's take a look at what this reaction looks like. We're going to do a little bit of inception, YouTube inside of YouTube. So you can look up this dude's video. Yeah, here it is. So chlorine is a gas in and of itself. So this kind of yellow gas that you see in the solution, that's the chlorine. And if you look closely down on the bottom, there's a little bit of solid. That is solid sodium metal. So what he's going to do is going to drop some water just to activate the sodium. And then we're going to watch this reaction and see whether we think this is really endothermic. Whatever, he's blabbing on about something. There you go. He's adding the drops and the reaction is going to get started. So I don't know about you, but that looks pretty exothermic to me. You can see some kind of gas is forming. And then if we just kind of speed up to him kind of dumping this gas out, at the end, that little white solid that you see in the bottom of the Erlenmeyer that he's pointing to, that's your sodium chloride right there. And so you can tell this thing let off a lot of light. It let off a lot of heat. It's definitely an exothermic reaction. So this reaction is definitely not endothermic, right? So next up, we're going to look at why, when we think about this, we predict an endothermic reaction, but really what we see is an exothermic reaction.